Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to the program. This is Daily Politics on Trust TV. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. Tonight, questions are growing among supporters of the Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, over what some may see as his declining political relevance ahead of the 2027 elections. Labour Party chairperson in Lagos State, Dayo Ekong, has raised concerns that the former Anambra State governor is losing his base, pointing to the recent and repeated failures of some of his endorsed candidates in recent off-circle elections. These doubts are further fueled by Obi's shifting political alliances from the Labour Party to the African Democratic Congress and rumours of a possible return to the PDP. Well, to shed some light on this development, we're joined by his political ally, Ibrahim Abdulkareem, is here to provide some context to the conversation. Good evening to you, and thank you so much for stopping by this evening.
Thank you for having me, Abdullahi.
Right. What are your 2 cents about this concern that has been re-echoed over and over, that Mr. Peter Obi is slowly losing his political shine, that his magic is wearing off?
Oh, I think people have different perception based on where they stay, based on where they are getting their information. But to us, I think we are growing. Every day we are growing. You can see on all the social media handles, and you can see people that are contacting you, trying to know more about him, asking about him, and what he wants to do. So, and I think when people are judging him by their own standard, or I used to say it, by their own standard, you look at somebody that has changed the dynamics of politics, because nobody has thought somebody will come from that part of the country and also create this momentum, not only within the southern part of the country, but everywhere in the country. Today, from social media handles to newspaper print, to TV programs like yours here, everybody's talking about Peter Obi. If it's nobody, and you just say it now, that people are thinking of where is he moving to, whether he's even going back to PD. A lot of people come to your station, not only your station, to other stations, saying that they want him back. If you are not good, if you are a principal or you are a teacher in a school, and then that school is now saying that they want you back, that means you have something that you can offer. So I think what is happening is just showing how best and how good the product that we're selling, Mr. Peter Obi, and what he will do for Nigeria. And everybody is aware of that. Not that people are going away, but a lot of people, even if you do a program on radio, for example, and you open the radio, they could call it call-in, so for people, you see local people understanding the politics and asking questions about him, because they knew the most important thing today is that we need somebody that loves Nigeria, somebody that have empathy, somebody that have compassion, somebody that would deal with us as humans. That's the face Nigerians are looking. They're not looking at his tribe or his religion. They want somebody, they're in trouble. The whole nation is in trouble. Even the politicians themselves, they're in trouble. Because what are they saying? They said, we don't want to go into one-party system. They are talking about, we don't want to lose our own base. What they are speaking about, we have to get it right. We are searching for what they call a healing. What people used to say, elite concession. That we are just, some of our parties are just been declared terrorist organization in another country. Students are having difficulty of having visa in America and other places. UK is tightening their visa. Before you leave this country, if you can't get to the main schools in Nigeria, Ife, ABU, in Suka, that's when your parent cannot, you can't win, you can't get to the standard. Then you move outside. But now, everything has fallen apart. Go to our schools today. Abdullahi, schools, in our schools, you will not find one federal university, one. I think we have 100 and something, one. That a student will walk into the bathroom and open his shower and bath. One. That's a decay. That's a decay. What we are thinking of is that instead of people to start thinking of anyhow leaders, because that's what we believed before, the satisfaction somebody will have, Abdullahi, for bringing somebody just because he is my religion and he's my tribe, but I'm okay to feel that I can eat dusa and hausa in the morning, you understand, and my son, I can see in front of me, like in what's happened today in Kano, everybody is becoming Anambra, what they call it, these thugs in the area, fighting from one area to another, organizing themselves and fighting themselves, or collecting people's phone using, you can see the insecurity. Do not talk about the bigger ones, like the Turji people that are causing the whole confusion in the northern part of the country and also other part of insecurity over. You now think of somebody from that kind of place, now thinking that I'll be satisfied just because that person is from my tribe, that is the president. Right. No, he will never be. What will make him proud and will make him happy is that no matter who is there, he'll be able to take his child to school, to go to a good hospital, to eat a better food, to have a good road, have a security to go out on farm. If he can guarantee himself that, I'm telling you, all this permutation and calculation of which part of country somebody is coming from will not come. Right. And what they are seeing in Peter Obi is that it's the genuineness, you understand? If you see somebody that is lying, if you see the body language of somebody that is not trustworthy, you know. And he's not just, they don't just brought him from the sky. He's not an alien, he is a Nigerian. He was a governor. You can go to his state, find out who is in the state. What did he do in the state? People should not be lazy. Right. Number two, let me just add this few things. He was chairman of Security and Exchange Commission. Go there, find out the offices that he passed through. He was a chairman of bank. Ask them, did they have anything of theirs that lost around him? That was supposed to know about somebody. Like you used to come to my house, and I know where you stay. I'll go through your friends. Did anybody keep his phone or his money or something that came back and he didn't see it? That's what people knew about Mr. Peter Obi.
Right. But beyond that, how do you explain how this popularity, this following, isn't translating to votes on election day, especially with reference to the most recent off-cycle elections? Why is his followership, why is his popularity not translating to votes for people he is campaigning for?
Yeah, because in politics, in everything he's doing, we are trying to change three things in Nigerian politics: godfatherism, money politics, and thuggery. Peter Obi will never, that's why he left the PDP, he will never pay money for people to vote for him. Because he said he can't get the rationale. He has a candidate, for example, let me give you an example of Edo. In Edo, we wake up in the morning, people are buying vote 10,000. Vote reach 15,000. Vote are sold at 28,000. What do you expect him to do? He has campaigned, his candidate is popular, his people are willing to vote. But this, recently in Kaduna, I can tell you from where I am, in the morning of Saturday, just this weekend, that's last Saturday, Abdullahi, in one of the polling booths, only 5 people came out. 5. Nobody is coming out to vote. Everybody is just moving around and walking. When they started paying 5,000, I'm telling you, people start rushing to their houses to bring their PVC. It keeps escalating up to the level of 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 naira per vote. How did that one, Abdullahi, how did you going to use this as a yardstick for you to say this candidate is popular or this candidate is popular? That's number one. Number two, the thuggerism. Look at what happened in Kano. Yes, the videos are all over on social media. You see people ask with everything. You see police sitting down looking at them, come and take but how will you use that to say this is politics?
Yeah, but also the question is, if he's inspiring enough, I mean, if you're selling him as the best brand, best political brand, best leader out there that Nigerians can choose from, one would rightly expect that his messaging and his political trajectory would be inspiring enough for people to come out and vote on elections without the incentive of
let me tell you. Abdullahi, do you think that putting people in trouble, putting people into this level of fubasi, you think that it's not deliberate? People that are not eating, people that cannot even have where to sleep. Do you know where we are coming from? I don't want us to go to 2015. Let's just come to 2013 before this government changed the dynamics of where we are going to. Do you know how much a liter of petroleum is? A liter of petrol was rising, even in the black market, around 200 naira. Do you know what it is today? Do you know when dollar is around?
One is with subsidy, the other is without subsidy.
That's what I'm saying. Without subsidy, with subsidy, how much are we borrowing today? What I'm saying that the purchasing power of Nigerians has already collapsed. Zero. It's zero now today. Look at, even if you have 33,000 naira before, how much before the APC? 33,000 naira. How much is a bag of rice? How much? It's not up to 7,500 when Buhari gets into office. 7,500 naira. Where are we today? So that means it's intentional to pull people down, you understand, so that you can extract from them. The impoverishment that we see today, people, they are not thinking rational today. People cannot even think that who is inspiring who. So they just want to collect money.
So in essence, the Obi effect is a myth at this point.
No,
it's not something that is real. Because no matter how good his messaging, no matter how popular he is, at the end of the day, you're saying 1,000, 2,000, however thousand naira is going to override the thinking process, so much so that people can dump his messaging and vote for whoever is paying.
Anywhere in Nigeria, that's what they are planning and that's what they want to do. That's why they don't want to change. Even when the North is shouting that we are not balancing the appointment, we are not balancing contract. What are they saying? They are still saying they are not doing anything. When they removed the pension yesterday, what did they happen? They still do whatever they want to do because they feel they have the money and they are going to pay. But what we are saying is that we are talking to people. It's politics. As my elder brother, my father always said, politics, opposition politics is not marathon at all. It's not marathon. It's a dash. We are waiting for the right time. We are talking to people. They are going to make mistakes. We are going to capitalize on the mistake they are going to make. What we are going to do is that we are not going to come on stage like this and empty exactly everything that we want to do. But we understand their psyche. We know why they put Nigerians in trouble. We know why they are dividing people based on religion and tribe. We all understand. Nigerians understand. But the thinking that we have today is that, are we going to continue? Because the problem is even our elite. Because let me tell you how it does. It is not tinubu that will take the money to the people. It's not the APC that will take the money to the people. They have a system why they used to do that kind of things. That's why if they are assisting people, they have problem, they say they can't locate people. You don't have BBN. But when it's politics, Talia, spaghetti reach almost everywhere they want to take. So in this manner, what we are trying to say is that it's not about Peter Obi. It's about all the politicians. Leave this matter. It's not about Peter Obi. Mark my word. It's about all the politicians. Every politician has now understand. Some governors are even leaving their party to the governor. Some are even portraying their support for Peter. You know the reason? For the incumbent is because they want them to rig for them. Or they want them to buy vote for them. Or they want to help them to come back. It's not about the poor masses. They are not about Nigerians. What we are doing in our camp is that we understand it carefully. And we know concentrated election or by-elections or this kind of off-season elections give room for them to concentrate power and money in one place. Right. But what we are thinking to do is that we know general election is not going to be the same. Once we are going to get people that are going to contest in the House of Assembly, we are going to get people that are contesting as a state assembly, House of Members, senators, and governors. Good people, good thinking, fresh ideas, people that really wants to win. Right. This structure, there is no way an APC machine or anybody that wants to use that system of coercing people or buying people vote, it won't work at that level because we're going to cut them at their own game, at their own level, right, for us to win election.
Right. Some would say, listen, why didn't that happen over the weekend during the off-cycle elections or rerun elections in some of the state assemblies and national assembly?
How will it happen? It's just like local government election.
This is much smaller. If you couldn't
No, that's not politics.
But anyway,
that's not politics.
Let's cross over to Anambra State, where Governor Charles Soludo had some choice words to say about Peter Obi's popularity and his impact when it comes to elections in the state. Have a listen.
That's his state constituency. He lives in Onitsha. And all of them came. The senator representing the zone came. Even the senator representing Anambra Central threw himself into the ring. Member House of Reps, they threw themselves into the ring. It looked like this was an allied forces. They were coming. And who are they coming against? The people. They mustered all the allied forces. And you know what? The people of Anambra spoke. They wanted to use it as a testing ground for the new concoction called ADC in Anambra State. And guess what? That election came and Apuga won 8/8. And we won with about 77%. Very emphatic statement. And the ADC, whatever, got less than 20%. The other ones, Labour Party, I don't know, almost zero. And the signal that we sent there was that ADC and Labour Party are dead in Anambra. Now, Apuga. Well, what's Apuga? What's an Apuga? If Apuga in America.
Well, Charles Solude there, speaking on the aftermath of the weekend off-cycle elections regarding some of those state assembly and national assembly seats that were up for grabs. And of course, in his words, the ADC has fallen short of expectations. He did talk about how Anambra State has made a statement regarding everything else that is happening. I mean clearly, we always talk about charity begins at home, or your politics has to be rooted in local politics. We say all politics is local.
Yes.
I mean, some would say, listen, the governor's statements are true.
Nope.
If Mr. Peter Obi is that popular, how come he couldn't do it in his state? I mean, he advertised the ADC candidates ahead of the election.
Mr. Abdullahi, nobody, no any type of journalism will confuse Nigerians. We know politics.
Yeah, but these are facts,
let me tell you, ordinary person in Nigeria knows. This man went to Villa, have a closed-door meeting with his progressive and the sign of Aswaju Infinity on his cap, went to beg. You understand? Went to beg to allow him to win.
I mean, you can't say that.
No,
you can't say that. I mean, there's no evidence of that.
Let me tell you, he went. And they do what is called a shenanigan something that look like election. Let me tell you what they are doing. We are above them. I don't want to say much because I don't want them to get, but let me give you at least the audience that are listening to us. Let me tell you. You see, who started this endorsement issue and putting posters of president? You can go to Metama, you see a very big billboard. Even though INEC have also restricted, it's not their time for campaign. He's president himself. Do you know why he's doing that? Because he wants to see people that are with him and people that are not with him, so that he knows how to deal with them. This is the way they did in Lagos. The second thing that is happening is that governors are afraid. They have elections. You understand? So they are throwing bargain. Some are coming second term. Some are going, they want to bring their uncle father. If you have done a good way, you don't have to stay and wait for that one. In Anambra, he knows who is Peter Obi. Do you know in the election that we have done in 2023, do you know how many seats we have gotten from that part of the country?
How many are still in your position right now?
I'm just trying to tell you what happens when we did it in CPC. I was in CPC. We know what Gugu Buhari is all about. See, let me tell you, there is nobody that can create the confusion that we can take an off-cycle election to judge the main election that is going to come in the next how many months? Almost a year plus.
Are you saying the rerun and by-elections don't matter? Is that what you're saying?
Let me tell you, even if somebody goes to court today, he would dismiss the whole activity that we have done, because that is in the constitution. How many days is supposed to take INEC to do by-election?
Some would listen to you and say you're giving excuses instead of actually accepting that it was a poor performance, especially on the home turf of Mr. Peter Obi.
How can it be okay, if it's a poor performance? So that's mean in Kano, they have a poor performance of APC. In Oyo, because that is sitting governor, he has a poor performance. And a civil person that is not in government, you understand, he's just popular. Like in Buhari It's only which off-cycle election they have done when Buhari was alive that he win that off-cycle election. In the north, because it's popular, or because he go and raise the hand of that particular person. When we did CPC, do you know how many states we won? Only one governor. Why? That's not even an off-cycle election. It's a full election. But because of the confusion, let me tell you.
I think you're comparing apples and oranges. I think you're comparing apples and oranges. Okay. I mean, we're talking about Peter Obi and the statement of the Anambra state governor and how his statement is true to the fact that, listen, all this talk, all this hype about ADC and the support of Mr. Peter Obi and the post that he made undercutting his own political party, the Labour Party, didn't work. Is it a fair thing to say that, you know, the campaign, the
rig election? No. We can't accept. You can't rig election and you now put it to us and Nigerians to accept the bad election that you have done because you are celebrating it. Then we just accept it just like that. No, it never works like that. If you want to do an election, do a free and fair election. Allow Nigerians to judge it as free and fair. Then you come and boast and show that this is who I am. You are nobody because you rig election. You are nobody because you are just extending the damage and the confusion and the moral decay that we already having. That's what I'm saying. What we need to do is that if today we have a free and fair election, devoid of godfatherism, money politics, and thuggery, I'm telling you, we shake the hand of that person that defeated us. Politicians are very good in conceiving. Very, very excellent in conceiving. What they don't want is that somebody to come and cheat them. Somebody to come and do alakadabra and win election. And then to come and be boasting that this is what we have. You have not done anything. Let me tell you the truth. Inside them, they know what they are saying. They know what they are saying is not true. They are just doing it for politics. What I am always saying is that I feel offended anytime somebody will come and twist the actual things that happen in this country and now put the head down and the legs up just to show that this, what I'm trying to take to before is that they are trying to project this to the outside world. The wardens of Solodu was written to him by the people that he met in Abuja. They said, this is what we want you to say after the election. You know the reason. Let me tell you.
You do know that Solodu won his election before Tinubu came to power.
Let me tell you. I'm not telling you somebody that is not knowing whether he's going to win or he's not going to win tomorrow. Right. You have an election in November.
But you know, Abga won, not APC. Abga won, not APC.
That's what I'm saying. But he said, I'm progressing. He was on television. He said, we're working together, me and him. He says, he's my friend.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
So he should not confuse people. Right. He knows he wants the support of the center for him to win election. That is open.
Okay.
So let me tell you the words they give to him. The words they give to him, written for him to go and say them on the platform they have said it. That's number one. Number two, you know what he did? They want to portray to the international community that you see all over the nation, people are endorsing this government. You know, all over the nation, people, they do a by-election. We won out of 16, we won 12. That means we are still the love and the darlings. All the sufferings that you see, Nigerian sufferings, all this one that you see Northerners coming, they say that unsided, they are all lying. People are still with us. You know why? They want to form that idea. They want to form that thinking. They want to push that narrative so that when they rig election in 2027, then he said it's a valid election because we have seen it coming. During the body election, this is what will happen. Okay. It's not going to. Nobody can Swiss. Let me tell you, this ADC that you are seeing, people will see it. You see, people are thinking that they will not come together, they will not work together, a lot of confusion within them. Let me tell you, in 2014, 2015, just make this explanation. Nigerians pray against the government of Jonathan and PDP. They prayed. Nobody in his wildest dream, in the government within the PDP, believe that there's going to be a birth of APC. Nobody believe. But people pray. How they come together, that's a divine call by God. Even the NPDP, the people that move from PDP to come and support the APC and defeat their own party, if you ask them today, they will tell you what pushed them there. Prayers. This one, they are saying that ADC cannot form. Today, there's ADC. ADC is going to be formidable. Let me tell you, as I told you, in opposition politics, is to remove an incumbent is not a marathon. We must be calculated. For a lot of people, including people that are serving in the government, you see them trooping out to make sure that at least they side with the Nigerians. Because this time around, it's not going to be Obi versus Aswaju. It's not going to be Atiku versus APC. It's going to be Nigerians versus the APC and what APC have brought to them.
Okay,
that's the truth.
All right, let's bring in the conversation of Jonathan. I mean, you just mentioned what happened before 2015, right? Jonathan is in the mix. At least he's been speculated.
Yes.
Whether it's on the part of the PDP or the coalition remains to be seen. How worried are you that his emergence into the calculation could take some of the shine away from your principle?
Yeah, I think that if Jonathan is wise enough to pick a phone and call Buhari and concede presidency then, now that he has been exposed to international politics, he has been loved and forgiven by a lot of people, it needs thinking for you to draw yourself into this. Do you know what he's been asking people? You gather yourself, you, the North said, it's our turn, we will not allow you, and you remove him. Today, the North, you want him to come back and remove somebody for you. What kind of thinking is that one? How do we think?
Are you advising him to step out, or
he can never come.
Giving him reason why?
He can never be part of this.
Well, he has never ruled it out.
I told you, this is the conversation that I know from his very close friend. He is asking. This is the question he's asking. If I ask you, you come to my house, you challenge me, you remove me, you brought in somebody. That somebody is now giving you Shege, Pro Max. Then you now want me as a person now to come and save you again.
Well, it's politics and it's about service.
No, it's not about politics. It's about integrity.
Okay,
it's about having principle. Let me tell you, it's this principle that is now shining for him in the international community.
Are you saying that
it's not the politics? If he has played politics, he will have not picked that phone. Nigeria will have won.
Are you saying that because it's better for your calculation if Goodluck is not in the mix? Because let
me tell you, people are hoping because there is this thing. Somebody telling me very close. He saw me. He said, "You see why if Peter comes, he's going to cut the cost of government. He's not going to allow us to play politics. We know him in Anambra. We know what he has done. He's going to change the dimension of what we are seeing." So I think Jonathan is easier because we know him. He's our man. He's a man, no man. Look at it. They are still taking us, they want to take us back. Okay. And when we are saying the young people, they are rallying around Peter Obi, I saying that we don't want to go back. Okay. Let me tell you, they said, this man, he sounds good, he looks good, he walks good, his actions are definite, he's very intentional. If he talks in 10 minutes, 9 of those minutes he's talking about Nigeria, how he can help, you understand? And also, he has conquered greed. He's not coming to enrich himself. Okay. So it's not a person that will come thinking that he needs a brand new aircraft. He needs to renovate his house. Let me tell you, if you see the chairs that he used, you understand how decent he lives. And he's not a poor person.
Right.
Mark you, he's not a poor person. Kuma is not a poor person joining politics.
All right. Okay.
You understand? Let me tell you, one thing that they are so sure of, in the mix of most of the politicians that I know, if you go to their house from morning to evening, they will be discussing people. They will be discussing houses, new car, new girl in town. Let me tell you.
All right.
You will never sit with Peter Obi just for 2-3 minutes unless you are discussing concrete states of development. Let me tell you. And he is so reason to how can he help to develop people.
Unfortunately, Man Ibrahim, that's all the time we have. But I suppose there is still a lot more to go before the elections are here. We still have quite some time, don't we? Perhaps some of those issues and talking points will still come to light in the weeks and months to come.
Very well. And we should please concentrate in selling the candidate they have.
Okay.
What we are just asking them is one thing. Please wait, not now, till after the congresses and also all the wait till December.
Okay.
But we will not come here and empty you what we are going to do. But
Okay.
ADC is going to come, and Mr. Peter Obi is solely ready for him to take the mantle and help this country to move forward.
All right. And on that note, we thank you so much for joining us for tonight's conversation. Thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you very much
Thank
for
you for
stopping by.
having
All
me.
right.